Hello friends, this is chapter 6 of class 9 geography. So this is the last chapter of class 9. 9 geography, 6 population. So this is last chapter. After this we will start class 10 geography and then 11, 12, and after this we will start history. And after all these subjects of history, economics, geography and some economics and all these things, after completion of the whole course for UPSC and NCERT, then we will start videos in the Hindi. So guys, please keep watching and keep support me, and if you liking our video, please do subscribe and please do like and share with your friends, and if you have any suggestion or opinion, please comment in the comment box. Your views are always welcome here. So friends, we can imagine a world without human beings? No, we cannot imagine a world without human beings. Who would have utilized the resources and created a social and cultural environment? Who would have the resources and created social and cultural environment? The people are important to develop the economy and the society. The people make the huge resources and themselves and are themselves resources with varying quality. Coal is what a piece of rock. Coal is what a piece of rock until people were able to invent technology to obtain it and make it resource. Natural events like a flood or tsunami become a disaster only when they affect a crowded village or town. Hence, population is a pivotal element in social studies. It is the point of reference from which all of other elements are observed and from which they derive significance and meaning. Resources, calamities and disaster all are meaningful only in the relation to human beings. Their numbers, distribution, growth and characteristics or qualities provide the basic background for understanding and appreciating all aspects of the environment. Human beings are the producer and the consumer of Earth's resource. Therefore, it is important to know how many people there in a country, where do they live, how and why their number are increasing, and what are their characteristics. The census of India provides us with the information regarding the population of our country. We are primarily concerned with three major questions about population: population size and distribution, how many people are there and where they are living; population growth and process of population change; character or qualities of the population. So, what is the growth rate and what are the age section? What is the composition? So, we have basic idea in the last chapter. So, these are the major things about the population, about their size, distribution, their population growth, process of development of population growth rate, characteristics and the quality of population, all these factors. Population size and distribution. India's population size and distribution by number. India is as on March 21, 2011 stood at 121 crore, which account for 17.5% of the world population. That 121 crore people are unevenly distributed over our country's vast area of 3.28 million square kilometers, which account for 2.4 account of the world's area. So we can see that we have just 2.4% of the world's area, but population is 7.5%. So it is not commensurately to the area. It is very our country. So we can say that our country is a very densely populated country if we compare to other countries like the United Nations, USA and Australia, all these countries. The 2011 census data revealed the Uttar Pradesh with population size of 199 million is the most populous state of India. So UP, Uttar Pradesh is the most populous state of India. And what is the census? Census is a official enumeration of population or total or population done periodically in India. It is the first census was held in the year of 1872. The first complete census, however, was taken in the 1881. Since then, the census has been held regularly every 10th year. The Indian census is the most comprehensive source of demographic, social, and economic data. So let's go with our point. Uttar Pradesh account for 16% of country population. On the other hand, the Himalayan state of Sikkim, Himalayan state of Sikkim has a population of just about 0.6 million, and Lakshadweep have just 64,429 people. So in these two pictures we can see that if this is the whole world, our population is that much 17%, but we have just a smaller 2.4% area. Almost half of the Indian population live in the just 5 states. These are the Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal, and Andhra Pradesh, and Rajasthan. The biggest state in Andhra Pradesh. Rajasthan is the biggest state in terms of area. Has only 5% of the total population of India. 5.5%. India's population distribution by density. Population density provides a better picture of uneven distribution. So friends, some terms are very basic, so I do not explain because I know that you are preparing, so you can understand all these things. So these are 9th, 10th subjects, so you can easily understand. But if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment, so that when I will make in the next video, so that I can make some amendment and I can reply you. So that please give me any idea if you have any idea. So these are the states showing their percentage of population. Uttar Pradesh, so it is about 16% population. Maharashtra 9%, Bihar 9%. So these 5 states, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal, and Andhra Pradesh, have about 50% of Indian population. And this, even though in Rajasthan is largest state of India, just have 5.5% of population. These are the population. So we can see that these are the populated states. Some of the Bihar, West Bengal, Delhi, and here Andhra Pradesh. So these are the number of persons per square kilometer, that is density. So number of person per square kilometer. So these are the very less populated states. These are the Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh, and these northeast states, and these Himalayan states, Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal. So what is the person per pupil square kilometer called as the population density. India is the most densely populated countries of the world. Only Bangladesh and Japan have higher average population density than India. So India is come on third number. The population density of India in the year of 2011 was 382% per square kilometer. Density vary from 1,102% per square kilometer in Bihar to only 7% per square kilometer in Arunachal Pradesh. So Arunachal Pradesh has just 7% per square kilometer. So lowest density in the India. The pattern of uneven distribution of population density at state level can be seen in this picture. Note that the state with population density below 250% are per square kilometer. Rugged terrain and unfavorable climate conditions are primarily responsible for sparse population in this area. So we can see which area are densely populated and sparsely populated. Assam and one of most of the peninsular states have moderate population density. Hilly, dissected and rocky nature of the terrain, moderate to low rainfall, shallow and less fertile soils have influenced population density in these areas. The northern plains and Kerala in the south have high to very high population density because of the flat plains with fertile soils and abundant rainfall. Identify the three states of the northern plain with the high population density. So which are the northern plains with the high population density are the Bihar, UP, etc. and these West Bengal. Population growth and process of population change. So population, what is the population growth? The population is dynamic phenomena. The number, distribution and composition of the population are constantly changing. This is the influence of the interaction of three processes, namely birth, death and migration. So in last chapter we found out that what is the population growth is the difference of the birth and death. So population growth. Growth of population refers to the change in the number of inhabitants of a territory during a specific period of time, say during the last 10 years. Such a change can be expressed in two ways, in terms of absolute number and in terms of percentage change per year. The absolute number added each year of decade is the magnitude of the increase. It is obtained by the simply subtracting the earlier population from the later population. So we can calculate the population after dividing the last year population in the present year population for 1 year population growth. The rate or pace of population increase is the other important aspect. It is studied in the per percent per annum. For example, rate of increase of 2% per annum means that in a given year there was an increase of 2% for every 100% in the base population. This is referred to as the annual growth rate. India's population has been steadily increasing from 361 million in 1951 to 1210 million in 2011. So it is about triple in the just 50 years. So these are the years and showing the population and the growth rate. This table reveal that from 1951 to 1981 the annual rate of population growth was steadily increasing, which explains the rapid increase in population from 361 million in 1951 to 683 million in the 1981. Since 1981, however, the rate of growth started declining gradually. During this period, birth rate declining rapidly. Still 182 million people were added to the total population in the 1990 alone, and annual addition larger than ever before. It is essential to realize that India has very large population. When a low annual rate is applied to very large population, it's yield a large absolute increase. When more than billion people increase, even at low rate, the total number being added become very large. India's annual increase in the population is large enough to utilize effort to conserve the resource, environment. So basically, it is meaning that if it is a very less population, then even though large more growth rate is not bad, but our country is already so much densely populated that even a small growth rate become increasing so much population. The declining trend of the growth rate is indeed a positive indicator of effort of birth control, despite the fact that total addition to the population base continues to grow, and India may overtake China in 2045 to become the most populous country in the world. Process of the population change and growth. There are three main processes of change of population: birth rate, death rate, and migration. The natural increase of population is the difference between the birth rate and the death rate. Birth rate is the number of life births per 1,000 person in a year. It is a major component of growth because in India birth rate have always been higher than death rates. Death rate is a number of deaths per 1,000 per person in a year. The main cause of the per 1,000 person in a year, the main cause of rate of growth of Indian population has been the rapid decline in the death rates. Till 1980, high birth rate and declining birth rate lead to large difference between birth rate and death rate, resulting in the higher rate of population growth. Since 1981, birth rate have also started declining gradually, resulting in gradual decline in the rate of population growth. So these are the some trends. The third major component of population growth is migration. Migration is the movement of people across regions and territories. Migration can be internal within a country or international between the countries. Internal migration does not change the size of population but influence the distribution of population within the nation. Migration play a very significant role in changing the composition and distribution of population. In India, most migration have been from rural to urban area because of the push factor in the rural area. These are the adverse conditions of poverty and unemployment in the rural areas and the pull of the city in terms of increased employment opportunities and better living conditions. Migration is an important determinant of the population change. It changes not only the population size but also the population composition of urban and rural population in terms of age and sex composition. In India, the rural urban migration has resulted in a steady increase in the percentage of population in cities and towns. The urban population has increased from 17.29% of the total population in 1951. So then that was 17% was the total population of urban population in 1951, and it is 31.80% in the 2011. So it is the urban population is just double in 50 years. There has been a significant increase in the number of millions plus cities from 35 to 53. Now million cities are 53. So these were 35 in 2001. Just 10 years they increased about 18 more millions plus cities. Age composition. The age composition of population refer to the number of people in different age group in a country. It is one of the most basic characteristics of a population. To an important degree, a person age influence what she need, what it does, and his her capacity to perform. Consequently, the number and the percentage of population found within the children, working age and age group are notable determinant of the population social and economic structure. The population of a nation is generally grouped into three broad categories. Children, generally below 15 years, and these are called children below 15 years, and they are economically unproductive and need to be provided with food, clothing, education and medical care. And 15 to 59 years called as working age. They are the economically productive and biologically reproductive. They are comprised of working population. So in India we can see these are the composition of age composition. These are the old age people, these are the adults, and it is the children. What are the age people are above 59. They can be economically productive though they may have retired. They may be working voluntarily but they are not available for employment through recruitment. The percentage of children and the age affect the dependency ratio because these groups are not producer. The proportion of the three group in India population is already presented in this picture. So what is the sex ratio? Sex ratio is the per female, the number of per female and compared to the per 1000 males in the population. This information is an important social indicator to measure the extent of equality between male and female in a society at a given time. The sex ratio in a country has always remained unfavorable to female. Find out this is why so because there are some social economic factors in India, that's why. Kerala has sex ratio of 1084 females per 1000 males. Puducherry has 1038. But in Haryana it is just 877. Literacy rate. Literacy is a very important part of population. Obviously, only an informed and educated citizen can make intelligent choice and undertake research and development projects. Low level of literacy are serious obstacles to economic improvement. According to the census of 2011, a person aged 7 years and above who can read and write with understanding in any language is treated as literate. There has been a steady improvement in the literacy level in India. The literacy rate in the country as per the census of 2011 is 73%, 80.9% for male and 64.6% for female. So these are some difference in the literacy rate. Occupational structure. The percentage of population that is economically active is an important index of development. The distribution of the population according to different types of occupation referred to as the occupational structure. An enormous variety of occupations are found in India. Occupations are generally classified as primary occupation, secondary or tertiary. Primary activities include agriculture, animal husbandry, forestry, fishing, mining, quarrying, etc. Secondary activities include manufacturing, industry, building and constructional work, etc. Tertiary activities include transport, communication, commerce, administration and other services. The proportion of people working in different activities varied in the developed and developing countries. Developed nations have a high proportion of the people in secondary and the tertiary activities. Developing countries tend to have a higher proportion of their workforce engaged in the primary activities. In India, about 64% of population engaged only in the agriculture. The proportion of population dependent on the secondary and tertiary sector is about 10-20% respectively. There has been an occupational shift in favor of secondary and tertiary sector because of the growing industrialization in recent time. So, developed nations have high proportion of people in secondary and tertiary activities because these sector of secondary and tertiary activities have more economic value than primary activities. So developed countries have more people in the secondary and tertiary activity, but in India more people, about 65% people are engaged in the primary activity. That's why we are economically developing country. Health is an important component of the population composition which affects the process of development. Sustained effort of the government program have registered a significant improvement in health condition of Indian population. Death rate have declined from 25 per 1000 population in 1951 to 7.2% per 1000 in 2011, and life expectancy at birth has increased from 36.7 years in 1951 to 67.9 years in 2012. The substantial improvement is the result of many factors including improvement in public health, the prevention of infectious disease and application of modern medical practice in diagnosis and treatment of ailment. Despite considerable achievement, the health situation is a matter of major concern for India. The per capita calorie consumption is much below recommendation level and malnutrition afflict a large percentage of our population. Safe drinking water and basic sanitation amenities are available to only 1/3 of the rural population. These problems need to be tackled through an appropriate population policy. Adolescent population. The most significant feature of the Indian population is the size of adolescent population. It constitutes 1/3 of the total population of India. Adolescents are generally grouped in the age group 10 to 19. They are the most important resource for the future. Nutrition requirements for adolescents are higher than those of the normal child. Poor nutrition can lead to deficiency in external growth, but in India, the diet available to the adolescent is inadequate in all nutrients. A large number of adolescent girls suffer from anemia. Their problems have so far not received adequate attention in the process of development. The adolescent girls have to be sensitized to the problem they confront. Sensitized. The adolescent girls have to be sensitized to the problem they confront. Awareness among them can be improved through the spread of the literacy and the education. National population policy. So what is the national population policy? So it is very important. So all these factors are very important for UPSC for writing men's writing. So they are giving you a basic idea to what are the things in India, and they are very important. national population policy, recognizing that the planning of families would improve individual health and welfare. The Government of India initiated a comprehensive family planning program in 1952. The Family Welfare Program has sought to improve responsible and planned parenthood on a voluntary basis. The National Population Policy 2000 is a culmination of years and plan effort. The National Population Policy 2000 provides a policy framework for imparting free and compulsory school education up to 14 years of age, reducing infant mortality rate to below 30 for 1000 live birth, achieving universal immunization of children against all the vaccine preventable disease among promoting delayed marriage for girls, and making family welfare a people-centered program. So all these are the population policies coming in the policy. National Population Policy 2000 and adolescent. National Population Policy of NPP 2000 identify adolescent as one of the major sections of the population that needs greater attention. Besides nutritional requirement, the policy put greater emphasis on other important needs of adolescents, including protection from unwanted pregnancy and sexually transmitted disease. It called for a program that aimed towards encouraging delayed marriage and childbearing education of adolescents about the risk of unprotected sex, making contraceptive service accessible and affordable, providing food supplements, nutritional services, and strengthening legal measures to prevent child marriage. Pupils are nation's most valuable resource. A well-educated, healthy population provide potential power. MCQ. So these are some MCQs. Migration change the number, distribution, and composition of the population in both the area of the in departure and arrival. The large proportion of children in population is a result of large proportion of children in population is a result of the high birth rate. The magnitude of population growth refer to total population of area. The number of person per, it is the rate at which population increases. Number according to census literature person who is who can read and write. So literature person is as per 2000 census is a 7-year-old and can read and write any language with understanding. So answer is C. So friends, this chapter is completed. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please do like, share and subscribe, and thank you so much again, and please do share this video with your friends, and if you have any suggestions, please do comment. Your comments are always welcome. Thank you so much. Bye bye. So we will meet you in the first chapter of the class 10. Thank you so much.